In 1928, in Giza, Egypt, archaeologists unearthed an ancient device capable of instantaneous transportation to other planets by means of a subspace wormhole. It's called a Stargate.
Chevron 7 is locked.
What is that?
The reason you're here, Doctor. This big ring was discovered in the sands of Egypt near Giza.
These symbols, they look familiar. They're like constellations, don't you see? Here. If each symbol represents a specific point in space, then 6 of them would create a sort of box. The intersection point between those 6 points would indicate a destination. Maybe, just maybe, the 7th marks the starting point. Is there a monitor that shows these symbols in detail?
Over here, Dr. Jackson.
Wait! This one seems different. We found the ring in Egypt. The pyramid represents Earth. This symbol has to be the point of origin.
It was under our noses the whole time.
Amazing. This is what was missing from the dig at Giza. This is how they controlled it. It took us 15 years and 3 supercomputers to MacGyver a system for the gate on Earth.
Captain?
Look how small it is.
Captain!
Well, in order to overcome the lack of a DHD, we had to create a proper interface between the gate and our computer. We generated a series of instructions based on electrical impulses to which the gate's control crystals would respond. Now, these were found mostly by trial and error over a great deal of time.
We've got an unscheduled incoming traveler.
Closing iris.
Wormhole disengaged.
What the hell's that, sir?
That's our insurance against any more surprises.
It's pure titanium, hopefully impenetrable.
So this iris is gonna hold, right?
Pure titanium, less than 3 micrometers from the event horizon. It won't even allow matter to fully reintegrate.
So this iris is gonna hold, right?
If it doesn't, the fail-safe device will detonate, this whole mountain will vaporize, and there'll be nothing to worry about.
Ah, good. I feel much better.
Well, basically, when the gate is dialing, I say Chevron 1 encoded, Chevron 2 encoded, and so on incrementally up to the 7th chevron, which is a little different because that's when the wormhole connects. When that happens, I like to change things up a little bit and just say
Chevron 7, locked.
Chevron 7 locked.
Locked. That's great. That's good. Anything else?
Oh yeah, I'm responsible for this.
Closing the iris.
Close the iris. Receiving SG-1's IDC, sir. Request permission to open the iris.
Do it.
Open the iris. pretty much my job, right there.
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Many here believe that when a prisoner comes through the Stargate, they can be caught up in the Circle's great wave and returned to the other side.
Actually, they die.
Chevron 7 locked.
Oh my god. You see, what you just referred to as the Great Wave is actually an unstable vortex generated when the gate first opens. Anything inside its radius is completely disintegrated.
There was a pair of smoking feet standing in place when we got here.
Can you shut off the drone's transmitter from here? Why? Well, even though the wormhole only allows matter to travel one way, we are able to send radio signals back and forth.
You think the drone's radio transmitter is what's keeping the gate open?
That gate won't close if the drone is aiming a strong enough signal directly into the event horizon.
And we have less than 38 minutes.
Hold on, why 38 minutes?
Because that's the maximum amount of time a Stargate can remain open in non-relativistic conditions. It's one of the more immutable laws of wormhole physics.
I'm just the medical doctor here, so forgive me if this is a stupid question. If they just step through the event horizon, wouldn't they come through the front part of the ship when the gate shuts down?
The front half won't rematerialize on this side.
The Stargate transmits matter in discrete units. The front half of the ship cannot rematerialize until the whole ship has crossed into the event horizon. The Stargate is essentially waiting for the contiguous components, meaning the jumper and everyone inside, to enter completely before it can transport them.
He says the gate only sends things through in one piece.
Right, sorry.
Unfortunately, the outgoing Stargate won't transmit the matter stream until the demolecularization is complete. When it shuts down, the entire forward section, along with the men inside, will cease to exist.
And what about the others?
The ship will be severed instantaneously along the event horizon. They'll be exposed to hard vacuum.
You know how the Stargate turns matter into energy and then transmits it through a subspace wormhole? Now, the gate on the receiving end is what translates the energy signature and reconverts it back into the matter's original form. The Stargate has massive amounts of memory inside it. It's like a computer buffer. It temporarily stores the energy patterns before it reconverts them back into matter. Now, it does this to make sure that it's got all the information before it reassembles the object, or, in our case, a person. The Stargate has various safety protocols designed to prevent different energy signatures from getting mixed together. Now, one of the ways it does this is by erasing the memory buffer every time a new wormhole is established. It's like an overall system reset.
I only understand about 1% of what she says half the time.
Run it by me again.
When something was in a wormhole, it existed only as energy. That you needed another Stargate to turn it back into solid matter.
Actually, you're absolutely correct, sir.
I am?
Yes. See, it's the Stargate on the other side that actually reintegrates the matter into its pre-organized form. Without it, the energy in the wormhole would rematerialize in its base form. Now, in the case of a person, that would be very bad.
I was right.
Okay.
Look, I know I should know this by now, and I swear it'll be the last time I ask. But these wormholes we go through, they're not always there, right?
No, sir. They can only form between two open gates.
What's with the worm part? The worm thing, I don't get that.
That's just a metaphor.
All right, I knew that.
Imagine the galaxy is an apple. We burrow our way through the apple like a worm, crossing from one side to the other, instead of going around the outside.
Okay.
Now, of course, the diameter of the apple is just a two-dimensional representation of space-time, and, well, the hole isn't really a hole per se, but an interdimensional conduit. Colonel?
Okay.